Welcome back, everyone, to a programmer plays Ghost Song. I'm actually super curious about what the SL31 on here means. But in our previous episode, we managed to get another one of the components for the ship and bring it back. We've got enough nanogel. Oh, Pasha's moved.
You should slow down sometimes, Blue.
Okay. I feel like we've been actually taking this playthrough quite slow, being, pretty good about talking to people and stuff. We've got enough for one level up. I want to get a couple. How are you? I'm feeling well, truly. A great well of wellness pushing up through my vents and flowing into my head spaces. That's good? Yes, a cold sock of wet wellness, a mighty invigoration, a whirlpool dragging me into newness and grandest depths of thought. I'm drowning. Oh dear. I want to give you something someday. Something? I'm inspired. I'm creating something for you.
Just wait. A little thing. A gift from me. It'll take some time.
Okay.
Man, I need a break. Talk to me, Blue.
He sounds like he's going through it. You know what I've been thinking of for. You know what I've been thinking about for no reason at all? My back's aching, hands are nicked up. Only thing in my head is how to keep everyone alive one more day, and it hits me from nowhere. I was a dancer. Man, I could dance. It's still there in my toes, the same kick as ever. Straightens my spine, lifts my shoulders. Even when I forget, it's there. I was a dancer. When I was a kid, I spent 4 years at the academy on Ulfi. I learned theory, learned history, studied the mechanics of the 29 styles. I could dance ballet, the basics. I could hangnail. I could dance wheezy foot. Tap was my focus, though. You were a tap dancer. Mm-hmm. Well, tap and some other stuff ended up kind of a mix. I got in with a troupe before Gambler. We'd tour around doing folk festivals, gallery openings, summer fairs, whatever we could find. Mostly the shoulder worlds, hitching from one to the next, making just enough to keep fed. It wasn't a bad way to keep fed. Do you still dance? Sure, not like I used to, but if the crew's getting at it, we'll have a good night. Sure, I'll dance. Maybe I could learn to dance too. Why not? When we're back in space, you'll have time. I'll show you some steps. Anything particular you want to learn? I'd suggest tap. Okay.
Good choice. The noisiest and most noble of all the dances. I probably have some extra shoes someplace. Don't know if they fit you. Or Bill might be able to cobble some taps onto whatever it is you usually wear. You don't always go around in those boots, do you?
I don't think so.
We'll have you dancing sooner or later. We'll have you dancing sooner or later.
It's a somewhat heartwarming scene. Hello?
Good to see you.
Also nothing to talk about with her. Interesting. So we've been, like, going through their dialogue. It's not... I'm guessing that some of this dialogue is restricted to different acts, but some of it might just be, hey, talk to him enough and you get this stuff. Probably one of those, hey, you have to have, like, left the room and then come back situations.
There
Good.
you are. Maybe you can explain it better.
Do you know these people? Yes. I thought we'd get an expedition going, head for the deep tunnels, but they don't seem interested. I can't understand it. How can anyone not be interested? If we can just get a group together, I figured it out. We can make it deeper. The right group, 4 or 5 with the right gear, the right weapons, we'll find out what's happening down there. We'll hit bottom. We'll find what I'm doing all these years, all alone. It's not working. I know that now. It's not enough. Do you think they'd listen to you? I told them about all the mysteries involved, the message of the Rozlok, the secret language of action. I explained that the joy of discovery is it's a reward in and itself, but it wasn't enough upside, I suppose. Or I didn't say it right. So you have to tell them, okay? Tell them they have to come. Tell them a few lives are worth what we can learn. I don't think it's a good idea. You don't? Could be you're right. I can't quit, though. There's something. I told you, didn't I? The sticky, the permutation of the new, of the smell? The way the smell gets in your brain? It requires that I understand. That's my job now. You can help, right? Maybe? Good. Look, 2 of us, that's all we need. We can meet up there, just us 2. We're enough. Now, I should head back. No. Right?
Right? I should, if the air's too thin up there, it's confusing. Find me in the tunnels.
I wonder if this is a case of a guy who will die if you don't go find him.
Find me in the tunnels.
A robot. A big robot.
Alright, we're going to, once again, we're going to put it in resolve. We need 2,400 for the next level. We haven't engaged with the repair system yet. I feel like maybe that's because we're in exploratory mode, and it's like just not a thing. But maybe in normal mode it is? I don't know. Alright, so this is one of the tunnels that we can't get through yet. I'm pretty sure that we need to go to Pink next. We could probably get to Red. We've got the boss there that we know about. And we can probably double jump on that. But we're close-ish to Pink, so let's go for it. Oh. The little jumping critter startled me.
This one
Pasha?
is mine.
Me and Charlie, my sister, we were still in hydroponics when Gambler went down. There's a nook in the back, past the tomatoes, a windowsill that pokes out enough so there's room to sit. It was our hangout spot, you know? You settle in against the glass, the stars behind you, the garden in front. You feel the hum in your bones. It's neat. Gambler's got a good rumble, like a cat purr. I like cats. Me too. I knew we were about to make orbit. We were supposed to head up to Nav with everyone, see what Lorien was like. Gammy kept asking us to hurry, and it'd been a long trip, a week getting out here, so we were excited, but I don't know, just didn't feel like moving yet. Charlie was telling me about this book she borrowed from Matilda, spoiling the whole thing. It was homesteaders on a rough echo world, and most of the colony died the first winter from a virus or something, so there's just one family left. They had a horse. I remember that part. We were talking about horses when Gambler crashed. I don't even know we were crashing at first. I didn't feel like much. The light changed, flickered, then got bright. Charlie asked Gammy what happened, but she didn't answer, which was weird because Gammy always answers. There's 2 escape pods in Hydro. This one and another one next to it. The panel swung down, the first one that keeps the pod sealed. That's what really got us worried. After that, the walls started shaking. We checked the windows and it was like a fire out there. We couldn't see anything. And Gambler still wouldn't answer. Nobody would answer. I'm sorry. That sounds scary. It was. The walls, the ceiling, everything was moving like waves. The metal bent and groaned. It got so loud, it hurt my ears. Charlie made me get in the escape pod, and she got in the next one next to mine. We waited for a minute, maybe not that long. She was talking, but I couldn't make out the words. My pod closed up. I didn't push a button or anything. It just closed on its own. The air hissed. It smelled like toothpaste. I guess I dropped. When I woke up, I was down here. Alone.
Alone. Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I just got an achievement. Spend time with Pasha.
Astrid. Triss. Herschel. Charlie. Everybody who got in one of these pods is dead. Except me. They all died alone.
Woof.
We should have stayed with Gammy. We'd be fine if we stayed put. I'll head back to camp soon.
Interesting that we had like a bat ceiling hanging situation going on there. Hello, are you friendly? Nope. This feels so suspicious, this spot right here. Probably should have saved at that save spot, but we didn't, so we reap what we sow. We've been over there, we got the stuff from that. Core amplifier, nice. That is increases the healing power of healing cores. Cool. So that is tremendously useful for us. Alright. We'll save at this saving spot right over here. It's close, and we are going into uncharted territory, so... Did I... Alright, so we've got one more point that we could equip stuff with. Most things are pretty expensive. I'd love to get this on, but we need another level for that. Or we need to take something off. We'll be roughly at enough points to level up soon. I assume, based on how much nano gel we're usually getting. Alright, we're in. Here we go. Stumble Deep. Really?
Looking for ghosts, Little Blue?
This lake is full of ghosts. Usually they keep to the water, lakes and puddles, sheets of summer rain. I'm not sure why. I once asked a ghost, why the water? What draws them to water? Much of what he said was nonsense, of course. Ghosts tend toward the nonsensical. From what I could work out, he implied, perhaps, that it's the suggestion of constant pressure. Even unfelt, disembodied, they enjoy the feeling. They imagine the feeling. Like a heavy helmet. But why are the ghosts here? Why are they here at all? As opposed to where? Where do you imagine ghosts should be? The ghosts are here on Lorien because the worm god that hides inside our sun can no longer eat them. Oh. The Gorna, the worms. They live inside the stars, eating up our ghosts when we die. Though, through great effort and personal sacrifice, I managed to wound the Gorna. I broke his teeth and cut off his gravity. I had meant to kill him completely, free the masses of ancient dead, but that wasn't possible. Since then, it's been a stalemate. The Gorna's masters destroyed the world, sent the Rozlok and the Stalkers and the Hunters, but nothing's changed, really. The Gorna remains in the sun, starved and waiting. I remain below, Construct and I, still plotting his death. And the ghosts, they're free. Anyone who dies on Lorien is free.
While most linger in water or crawl flat against dirt, some ghosts take to the sky, rustle the treetops and circle the mountains. A few, even further conscious, dance out into space, exploring the edges of the system. Some even leave for distant stars. I'd warn them if I could. They'll only find another Gorna in their distant star. Can you swim, Little Blue? Go on, take a dip. Go for a swim.
So I imagine that the reason he's encouraging us to do this is because some players felt reticent to jump into haunted waters. I get it. But it does feel a little foreboding that he's like, jump in, water's fine.
Go for a swim.
Alright, those do not hurt us, so we're gonna leave them be. Nice big room with some stuff over to the right here, so we'll give that a shot. Dark. Well, I was worried about needing to find a save, but here we are. Ah, nice. Alright, so that's another fast travel. It feels like the fast travels are really, like, slanted towards the right of the map, which is odd. I feel like I've overlooked some obvious rooms, maybe. So how do I get down? There we go. I wonder if they deliberately positioned that wall and the salvageable corpse in front of it. Oh, hello, ghost. So that you would accidentally hit it and then feel very clever for finding it. Dark water here. Pretty dark water with no enemies, which is very surprising to me. He says, and then there's an enemy. Unless these are passive. Huh. Are you passive? Well, you hurt me when I touch you, so I need to get through. I wonder if our heat buildup is different when we're underwater. It's hard to tell. Alright, well that was a shockingly, like, low intensity boss, honestly. Blob Bloom H. Blob Bloom H. Fires red hot blobling allies. Alright. I was about to say, there's no way that there's not a breakable wall right there. You can't fool me. Oh, is this the part? Damn it. Violet Godseed. Alright. We'll go ahead and consume that. Extra point of resolve I will happily take. I guess our couple, like, slower episodes where we didn't advance the plot have ended up paying dividends for us, like, advancing through the plot kind of quickly in these past couple episodes. I was fully expecting something to jump out and get me in that. Ah, okay. I'm glad I went that way. I missed... I actually do want to go back down. I know it's silly, but I want to grab that second level up. Alright, so we just picked up a resolve, so let's put this into gunpowder. Yeah. And that now should be enough points. Gosh, I'm really surprised by how simple this area is, Stumble Deep. That should now have enough points. Yeah, power use to put that back on. Cool. So next time we run into a boss, we'll be able to deal with it. Getting a little bit tougher. I think they are, because I feel like they're just a hair tankier than they used to be. those. Little red skulls sure are everywhere. Alright, extra save just to be safe. I appreciate that these jumps here are sized seemingly perfectly for the double jump.
Find me in the tunnels.
Alright, will do. Maybe. I'll be really interested to read later about how different missables and stuff might work in this game, because I could see it going several ways. I'm hoping that the answer is each character is kind of on their own story path, and there's not really missables, but I could also see that being very much not the case. It's typically not for Souls-likes, and I feel like this game does trend towards being more Souls-like than Metroid-y, but it's kind of both. So, and the two are deeply interconnected anyways. Thanks, I'll get this in right away. Gambler's almost ready now. After this, one more part should do it. I'm glad. Good night, Blue.
Roper. Sometimes I dream that I'm sleeping on the back of a tortoise. She waddles along the lake shore or through the woods, searching for dandelion greens and berries to eat. Her shell isn't comfortable, exactly, but I enjoy the feeling of movement. It soothes me.
Oh, that sounds nice, Blue.
When I'm tired, it's easier to talk about things.
Yeah, same with me. Hope you dream of turtles.
A tortoise.
Hmm?
It's always a tortoise.
Oh, sorry.
There's a difference.
Right.
Good night, Roper.
Part 4 continued to assist in the repair of Gambler. Interesting that the phrasing of the achievement changed. Slightly foreboding.
I woke up in a bartering mood today.
I should just give you the stuff I have left, no charge. You helped enough, you earned it. Always love to trade, though. A good trade. Nobody taking more than they need. There's satisfaction to it. You don't mind? I don't mind. I mean, I kind of mind. 8,000? This stuff you keep bartering, nanogel? It's some stuff. It's between things, not one or the other. There's possibilities there. Not sure what to do with it yet, but it must be useful somehow. Just make sure you don't eat it. It smells like you can eat it, but you shouldn't. Probably burn a hole in your stomach.
Good to know. See you around, buddy.
Got anything new in this part?
Made me think.
No, so still got the green god seed, which I do want. I'm assuming that Luck has some sneaky stuff. Is that you? Uh-oh. How are you, Matilda? Tired. I couldn't sleep last night. My mind was too busy, so instead I crawled out of my tent and just lay in the grass. Everyone was quiet, except for Roper. He was still tinkering with Gambler, crawling underneath and around and inside, talking to himself, singing to himself, doing his work. I watched him for some time. He'd set up the standing lights in a circle around the hall, and in my half-sleep I imagined it was a play, some kind of experimental theater. 3 hours of a man and his spaceship. He knew what he was doing. He had a precise task, either done or undone. I envied that. I've been in such a muddle, all wrong paths and dead ends. The repairs on Gambler are nearly complete, but the static field remains. I don't want everyone to die because I failed. You won't fail. I have no thoughts left. I go in circles. We may need to explore the other option. Tell me this. In your travels, have you seen or heard of a creature named Construct? Apparently, it's a machine. A humanoid body? Correct. Generally humanoid. Large and utterly old, according to rumor. Some eternal thing wandering the moon, tending to endless laboratories and dubious experiments. I think I've seen him. The drifter, Saymond, speaks often of Construct. He claims Construct is the one responsible for the static field. You know Saymond, don't you? Another robot. He sometimes stops by camp. He implied, but wouldn't confirm, that there's a particular laboratory, rather nearby, that would allow us access and control the static field.
I'll keep working the math, but it may be necessary we find Construct's laboratory. There's still time. There's still time.
Right.
I'm not actually asleep.
It's my day off. Not much to do until you bring that last part for Gambler. Sorry. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't worry. No rush, okay? Feels good, slow down, at least for a minute. I wonder if that's maybe the writers telling us, like, hey, final chapter, point of no return, like, don't do this too soon. Maybe I'll take Pasha out mushroom hunting later. We found some spotted ones the other day, over by the drop. Green with white spots. They taste like garlic. Be careful. It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, we won't go far. I've been having good dreams lately. I assume they're good anyway. I can't ever remember the details, but I wake up with a generally pleasant feeling. Hope I fall asleep soon.
I imagine this is a concession to the realities of game development. The writer probably intended him to be lying down, but in practice, that's actually kind of tricky to pull off from an art perspective, because like the environment really isn't set up for it and everything.
I fall asleep soon.
I'm recalling ancient things. Careful, traveler, that you aren't caught in the wake. It might pull you centuries back. Such long gone things. Symbols of the lost. Keep moving.
Hold on.
Run circles.
I'm gonna bump this up.
Don't let thoughts settle in. A thought fully settled is a heavy thing.
I feel like she's quiet. Also, we can't talk to her anymore. What about you? Oh, hey, you've moved. And your android body looks much more complete.
You look well today.
You just stay in here, usually. Usually. I'm cultivating a very specific gloom. It helps me focus. Molly suggested we bring in some plants, liven things up. I like plants. So do I, very much. I actually love the outdoors. I was born in the deep woods. For years, I never saw a roof. How is it that an android is born in the woods? Hayward. Pardon? Set loose in a body, set loose with the trees over old roots, following shadows and high winds. The woods were a maze. I gathered them up behind my eyes. From wandering, intelligence emerged. What? I was one of Dr. Hayward's druids, the sleeping forest of Nevin, before they shut him down. That's how I was born. Oh. And you? Where are you from? Sorry, I decided I wouldn't ask. We all did, but it felt like a natural pivot. And I am still curious. It's not that I don't want to say. When I'm asleep, I'm sure of things, the shape, at least. I was born on the back of a tortoise, and I see the whole of it. When I wake up and it's just the dead suit, and there's nothing past the dead suit. The way it moves, the things it can do, the people I can help, that's all that's left. Interesting. I still know everything, sort of. It's somewhere, but pushed back so far I can't, so it's better not to try. I might be able to help. I'd need to remove your helmet, though. No, thanks. Is it dark in here? It is dark in here, isn't it? Not very homey. We could go for a walk. That'd be difficult. My legs aren't working so well today. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. They're good legs. They've walked farther than most.
Did it make sense?
Did what make sense?
The things I said. I feel like I say the wrong things.
It made enough sense.
What's a druid?
Nothing. A name. An attempt to belittle Dr. Hayward's science. My eye keeps twitching. My left eye.
I don't see anything.
It'll get worse. It's difficult to exist
guess it's okay.
Sometimes, yes.
It's interesting. I'm sure that for some people, this is a hell of a game. Talking about, like, the android in particular there.
Go.
I feel like
Go find stuff.
she's touching on trans allegory stuff
dude.
and chronic illness stuff. I'm sure that for some people it's going to be very touching seeing some of these conversations in this game. I'm touched, so. What is that? A robot? Oh, right, my new forage bot. She's supposed to fly out and locate little mushrooms and roots and plants and things, but instead she's mostly interested in bumping into my head right now, and I have no idea why. But hopefully she gets bored because it's irritating. Plus, I'm scared she'll get tangled in my hair, and that'd be a disaster, you know, because I have a sensitive scalp. Half the time I can't even brush it without crying. Wait, what's she doing now? Ooh, she exploded.
Ah, great.
It's hilarious that I screwed up another invention, huh? Maybe she'll come back? She won't. I'm not even upset. It's expected. What about that module I gave you for your gun? Did it work at all? I don't know. You never even tried it? Sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it either. Probably just blow up or something. Wow, okay. I imagine that is a choice that we unconsciously made. It's easy to keep working on a thing, even when you have no particular talent for that thing. Once you let go of the idea of ever being good, actually good, what's left is the action itself. The movement of your hands, the repetitions, the time spent. And afterward, you already know the result, so it doesn't matter. Everyone knows. No one minds. It's another goof up. I'll say something self-deprecating, I'll be a dork, we'll all laugh. It's fine because it's expected. I'm the clumsy tech girl. It's easy. I've been thinking I should give it up. No more tech, no more tinkering. You know what I want in my heart? What? Well, I like working with my hands, that's obvious. I like crafting, the shaping. The problem is I keep trying to put some mechanical purpose inside. So what I'd like to do is instead make things that don't have to justify themselves. Not like that. Things that exist just for the sake of existing. I want to make sculptures. I want to be an artist. It's scary, though. Like, how can I be an artist? What's that even mean? Just hearing it out loud, an artist, makes me giggle. I'm not the sort of person who gets to decide to be an artist. I'm a rube. You're not. I really am. If I start sculpting, it's not a joke anymore. If I fail, it won't be funny. It'll hurt. You should try. I'd love to see your art. You would? Yes, I would. Well, any suggestions for my first piece? A horse. That's cool. A workhorse on an echo world, but the colony died out from a virus the first winter, so nobody's left, except for the horse. At first, he was frightened to be alone, but now he's starting to enjoy the slower pace. He never moves faster than a trot, and he eats so much grass. He's really bulked up. That would make for a good sculpture, I think.
I can do that. I can make a horse. Wish I had some pictures for reference.
Alright, you know what? Let's equip her mod. Because I feel a little bit guilty now. We'll take this one off. We'll put this one on. 115. Yep.
Wish I had some pictures for reference.
Alright. I don't know. I couldn't really tell that much of a difference, to be honest. So I'm gonna put this one on. Hold on, 150 and yeah, okay, so yeah. Hers reduces the capacity for heat. Gotcha. I don't want that. I'm doing a lot of shooting and not a lot of melee. Alright, so the place that we need to go now is here. That said, there are spots that we haven't figured out yet. This spot stands out prominently in my mind. We never figured out how to get up here. We don't have the underwater movement necessary for it. We never did figure out this girl over here. There's a bunch down here that we haven't done. So I'm inclined to say, let's pop over and down into the... see if we can find Elevator Girl. See if we can advance that. I was fully expecting to get attacked by some, like, horrible child creature. I'm a little bit torn about whether or not like I'm gonna go the way that I'm gonna go this way to the elevator. But a part of me actually thinks I should go the other way. Okay, that didn't work out for me. Aha!
The elevator guest?
Ooh.
Look at you, rattling that armor. Come say hello.
Your head's too large. Rude little suit you are. Stepped right past Blueberry and Bonnet. Right to the front of the store, right up to Mebek, because I suppose dead suits don't bother with hellos and flowers, You're a head? A head now, before an entire body. Fancy robo body, shiny square body, gold skin, green gems like a belt. Formidable. The finest, they said. That was years past now. And now I'm here, exactly here, running the shop. Flower Blueberry, Flower Bonnet, and me. 3 of us, the whole shop to run. Imagine the work, the sheer work, the forever work. I thought everyone was dead. Elevator never rumbles anymore. Is everyone dead? Most things are. Everyone keeps dying. But you've come at last, at least you, and you'll browse our shop now. We have things to sell, lost wonders of the precious city. Special prices for dead suits only today. Flower Blueberry, Flower Bonnet, I'd like you to introduce you to Lady Deadsuit. She'll be shopping here often, I think. A new regular. Please extend a kind welcome and proper respect. They are applauding, politely but not overly enthusiastic. Can you hear? Blueberry is the red flower, Bonnet the other, a pale white. Looks like a woman's hat, I thought. Therefore, the name. They don't like you, it's true, but they are polite.
Look around the pile. You'll find something.
Okay. Oof, expensive. But gosh, probably worth it. Fuck me. Small android, it does not appear sentient. That's an equipable item. Interesting. Weapon permits an extra mid-air jump. Gosh. Reduces energy cost of attacks. That seems pretty good. Grants a bonus to resolve that scales with suit level. Also seems pretty good. I mean, this is probably a significant upgrade for us at this point. So
Anything more?
buy that and then take a look around. How did you lose your body? An unfortunate encounter, attacked by a snarl beast, plucked up from my golden self, tossed into a cave and stranded forever. Tragedy. I lived in the city of precious things 1 million years ago? No, couldn't be that. 500? More like 500. At least that. Out for my constitutional and the world ends. Farewell, world. Farewell to all bodies.
But we have the shop, at least. And now, a new regular.
Regular might be stretching
When
it.
we've earned enough, saved enough, we've discussed it. Blueberry and Bonnet and myself. Someday, we'll hire a hunter to hunt up my lost body. Patch it up for riding, if we can. Drag it back for burial, if nothing else.
I could help.
No, not you. Clumsy little you. No, never. Twice the size. 10 times the heft. Not possible you could lift my golden self. You'd be crushed underneath. No point to that.
Have we seen her body? I feel like we have seen some golden bodies lying around.
Good to talk. Let my poor tongue loose for once. Since you arrived, Blueberry and Bonnet have been in such a state. You see? See the flutter? The absolute state? Flutter, flutter.
Aha, okay. We've been in there. Let's actually, hold on. I want to see. Oh. Okay, these things are not aggressive right now, which is interesting. Still can't get that open, huh? Alright. Cost of 5. Woof. If I were to turn that off, I could turn that on, which I don't want to do, but we might be able to get away with turning off our heat buildup one. I don't know. I want everything. I want them all equipped. This game is doing something that I appreciate, which is there's not like direct trade-offs between your gear and like a lot of games with that kind of thing will have a like do this but you have this disadvantage, and I'm honestly not down for that a lot of times, because we've already got the disadvantage of, hey, we're eating through our capacity, and so then I just end up not engaging with a lot of things, you know, where it's like, hey, here's a charm that'll give you more offensive power, but your armor goes down, and I'm like, man, then I'm just not going to use it. Your cost is now too high.
If you ever happen across a creature like this, a living example, keep well clear.
Okay. What is it? A devil stalker. Resk, they've been known on some worlds. Take a breath and tremble. It was alone, so I dispatched it myself. No need to summon construct. The devil stalkers are perhaps the most fearsome creatures we've encountered, the corporeal arm of the Gorna, or more specifically, of the masters behind the Gorna. Their actual origin is a mystery, but Resk tend to appear wherever there is a true threat to the local worm god. If the Rozlok fail, stalkers come next. It was early spring, I believe, when ours arrived, years ago. Green sprouts poked up through old snow. 5,000 strong and stoic devils stalked through my head. 5,000 strong and stoic devil stalkers landed on my head. A worthwhile invasion, so we went to war. After Construct and I killed the bulk, the remainder retreated. They still wander.
Waiting for orders, I suppose. Or an opportunity. It was tiresome and pointless, as all war, but I enjoyed the time I was able to spend with Constance, at least. Pardon, Construct, you call him. My dour old brother. Even in the midst of such violence, it was a comfort, a lovely reminder. We were close, Little Blue, before all this. The two of us. The three of us.
3 brothers?
1, then 3.
I don't understand.
Jessica, the construct. Jessica, the ghost. Jessica, the wanderer. Singular for a moment, then shattered forever. But never mind. It's past now. But never mind.
Okay.
It's past now.
Alright, and that is where we're going to call this episode done. We've gone a little bit over. Yeah, making headway. Got another act out of the way and a lot of dialogue down. Found ourselves a new vendor who's got a lot of stuff that is fairly expensive. We need to farm up some nanogels. I'm a little tempted, actually, to do like a little off-stream grinding, just gather up some money, because I don't feel like we're going to find very many more nanogel caches or anything. I think we're reaching the limits of world that we can explore. There's probably like another hidden area below that we can go with the tunnel guy. But in terms of like finding new areas and like getting chests or not chests, but fallen robots that we can blow up for nanogels, I think we're probably reaching our limit there. So I might do a little bit of grinding off screen. But we'll see. We'll see what I feel like. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this series, and I will see you in the next one if you are. Bye!